Greetings, family. Am I being heard? Give thanks. Welcome to the Aligning with the Evolving Cycles of Time Knowledge and Meditation session. Take a look at your screen, mobile users, and view and tap if you don't see any prompts. Also, if you're not hearing anything, you might need to log in, log out, and log back in, and let us know in the chat, and we'll be sure to help you. Give thanks. All right, we are here at Kin 47, the Blue Galactic Hand, aligning with the cycles of time, knowledge, and meditation session. This is Dolly. It is 7:30 a.m. and we're about to begin. Our master teacher, Neb Taharka Kanish Kawak, is teaching us how to activate your purpose to accomplish planetary healing. And we're now going to open up with the prayer of the 7 galactic directions. From the east, house of light, may wisdom dawn in us so we may see all things in clarity. From the north, house of night, may wisdom ripen in us so we may know all from within. From the west, house of transformation, may wisdom be transformed into right action so we may do what must be done. From the south, house of the eternal sun, may right action reap the harvest so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary being. From above, house of heaven, where star people and ancestors gather, may their blessings come to us now. From below, house of earth, may the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmonies to end all war. From the center, galactic source, which is everywhere at once, may everything be known as the light of mutual love. Ayum Hunaku Evermaya Emahu Ayum Hunaku Evermaya Emahu Ayum Hunaku Evermaya Emahu. All hail the harmony of mind and nature.
Ashe, Ashe, and Asheo.
Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. Oh, majestic and beautiful as always, Ken 65. And we are mimic, melanated immortals making evolutionary changes. Our mission is to shift the global consciousness of the melanin dominant population and establish an everlasting legacy of high frequency beings, immortal health, and immortal wealth through the application and remembrance of cosmic knowledge. The Melanin Emerging Collective Consciousness Alignment presents the Melanin Frequency Vigil. We have been transmitting since the fall equinox of 2019, and yes, we are in the year of authority. As legacy holders of our lineage, we always operate in the full authority of our divine purpose. I'm going to say that 2 more times to imprint. As legacy holders of our lineage, we always operate in the full authority of our divine purpose. As legacy holders of our lineage, we always operate in the full authority of our divine purpose. Ashe, Ashe, and Asheo. All right, this is BMU 291-7, the Avatar. I am the Avatar, coded by the blue hand. By the power of 7, I move through your world, descending from the comic heights of the 7 heavens. I hold the keys to the 7 days of creation. I am the accomplisher, the builder of forms. I am the constructor of the worlds to come. Within the interdimensional architecture, I lay the path of knowledge for you to remember, to know, to heal, to accomplish. These words too I beckon you to realize through all of your actions, for I am the keeper of the covenant, binding all knowledge for the healing of the world soul. The code is in my being, an enigma wrapped in mystery, leaving divine clues with whomever I meet. My mission is to exemplify what others have not yet known. Ashe, ashe, and ashe. Oh. All right, family, what we have been waiting for. I am going to introduce Ken 239, Neb Taharka Kanish Kawak. He is the Mimic Dean of Student Affairs, the author of the Soul Report, co-founder of Mimic and master teacher of the Hollow Mind Perceiver, levels 1 through 8, and there will be 21 levels. Okay, family, are you ready? He lives at the top of the block. No more room for trouble and fuss. Need a change, a positive change. Look, it's us writing on the wall. Tahaka, are you ready?
It's different.
The world change encoded by the blue storm. My number is 19, the power of all number. I am the master alchemist, the force behind the philosopher's stone. Skilled at the art of transmutation. I am the catalytic transformer of world consciousness and planetary living. I oversee the changes of the weather. I am the thunder that shatters your world systems. I am the transport of clouds filled with lightning to illuminate the truth behind your illusions. I am the bringer of the drenching rains that purifies, It was I who caused the triple Aztec monuments of the Avatar archetype to appear in the ancient temple grounds. I oversee the morning and the evening stars. I behold the creator of the fifth sun, the present world. Sent forth am I to dwell among you, calling forth the sixth sun. For the great regeneration of the world's soul, to know me is to know your own power of self-generation. To know me is to know your own power of self-generation. Self-generation is power. I am the transport of clouds filled with lightning to illuminate the truth behind your illusions. I am the bringer of the drenching rains that purifies.
All right. Let's go ahead and do a mic check. 1 2 1 2. Can everybody hear me clearly? Just indicate in the chat. All right, wonderful. Greetings, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here on Kin number 47, the Galactic Hand, and more importantly, to decode Independence Day. There's a lot going on with the illusion of independence and what it means to us. So I am really excited. I'm so enthusiastic about where we are. I just got done with a workout and a powerful meditation this dawning, and so we gonna really bring some knowledge here today. So I'm gonna ask each and every. Wait a minute. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. Because I need to see. I need y'all to see the eyes that are looking at you and talking about this today. We about to get it on, family. We live in a country to talk about independence every single solitary year. And we don't realize that we're independence. We're our independence. We're in the dependence of government. We're in the dependence of welfare. We're in the dependence of someone else doing this. And so we get so independent that we become codependent. And we try to build relationships and communities and mimics like that. We ain't gonna be able to do that no more. Are y'all with me? Are y'all ready to get it on? We ain't even playing today. Matter of fact, get up, stretch, get up. Let's play. Hold on a second. Y'all ain't ready today. It's been a little while since I've been on here. I've had a number of challenges. And so as we become spiritually aligned, the challenges don't stop. In fact, sometimes they get even more difficult. But with our spiritual power that we just acquired, we're able to get through them a little bit easier. So everybody get up. If you're not driving, I know it's early, but I need your energy flowing right now, because what you're about to receive in this moment is not going to just take you. You're not going to leave the same person that you came here as today. When you leave, you're going to be a different person. The only way that you're not is if you leave now. So I'm going to give you an opportunity and you don't want to change your life right now. Right? All right. Some of y'all don't move enough. So here we go. Get on up. Get up. Get the moving. You know, get everything going. Get the blood flowing. Motion creates emotion. This is a different kind of knowledge and meditation session, because if we ain't moving, we ain't grooving. Come on. I want you to stretch, jump up and down, do whatever to get the blood flowing. We'll be sitting there complaining that we can't do something. All we got to do is get up and get moving. That's right, Ken, too. Get on up. Everybody, you too. I see Dr. Brown on here. Oh my God, I can't wait to do this tribute for him in the meditation. Beatrice, Ken 72, Ebony Barber, 239. Let's get it crunk. I don't care if it looks silly. We need to get this thing hyped up and moving. All right, Ken 3. Get out of the bed. Don't be looking at this in no bed today. You ain't looking at this in no bed today. Or you going to still be independent of the bed, the government. Come on. You can't hear nothing? Somebody let KJ70 know to log back in. He can't hear nothing. Y'all know about this. Y'all act like y'all ain't never heard this. You got conscious. All right, let's cut it out. Are y'all ready now? Do I have your attention? Time out for the game plans. Family, I'm so excited to be here. I've had so many challenges over the last 3 weeks, and I had to surrender. I had to surrender to hear a deeper message. I had to surrender. Many of you know I left my laptop on the plane on June the 10th. And before that, my Cash App got hacked. So I'm sharing this with you so that you don't have happen to you what happened to me. And a lot of the master teachers are teaching from experience. And guess what? If you end up making the same mistakes we explained to you, that's being foolish. Okay, so we say, oh yeah, this is what happened. Now you're aware. But let me tell you, you're not going to get this message if you're multitasking. If you're trying to do 2 or 3 things, you're going to miss it and you're going to get hacked. You're going to leave something, and then you're going to have to go through the same process that I went through, which is okay. But you can use my experience and our experience to help you through this evolutionary process. It's not all, flowers and roses. It's just not, because we have a lot of karmic behavior that we hadn't corrected. And so when we correct that, yes, it's all that. It's all those things that we could ever fantasize or dream of or believe. But the issue is we won't correct our karmic behavior. So I lose my laptop And I left it on the plane and took 3 weeks to get back to me. So finally, I went ahead and got another laptop. But, you know, I was really so frustrated and focusing in on my frustration, like, how am I going to work? How am I going to do proposals? How am I going to do this? How are we going to do revenue and all these different kind of things? This is everyday life, family. This happens. And you may have something similar. You lose data, you use money, you get garnished, something happens, and now you got to make a response. And the response isn't to go crawl up in a hole somewhere. That's not the response. That's not the next move. The next move is say, wait a minute, you know, I got on with these aligning with the cycles mimic folks. And they were telling me that I was God. And so you really show up when you show out, when you know you that, and you are that. And then with these difficult situations, seemingly difficult situations, you're able to rectify them, and maybe not be in a snap of a finger, but patience is a virtue. And so with the Cash App, less than a week before I made my trip, I actually I had the Cash App happen, and somebody called me from Cash App and just tell you, and I was right before I was getting on the new kin orientation, and it didn't seem right, but you know, I gave them the information they needed because I needed to hurry up and jump on. Now this is what the problem is with hurrying up. You see, because they wouldn't have got me if I would have already been fully prepared for the session. So I'm talking about my karmic behavior so that I had to correct it, and now you can correct it. Okay, can everybody hear me okay? Or is it just is some people who can't hear me? And so I definitely want you to be able to hear this, because this is important. This ain't real life. You understand? Aligning with the cycles is not what you're going to experience when you get off aligning with the cycles. You always hear me say your circumstances, they doing one-arm push-ups right now. They're getting ready to snuff you, blindside you, trip you up, you know, so you can get discouraged. And you'll get to the point that you won't even be wanting to have the energy to believe in nothing no more. Will be in hopelessness and despair. So I'll go ahead and make the long story short. You know, after going through all this, I had to do a deep reflection, and this was around my solar return. Right on June 16th was my solar return, and all this was happening. It was like, oh man, and I can tell you that, you know, in looking at this, I said, wow, what is this? You know, and I was shown in my meditation that I wasn't given enough. I said, what do you mean I'm not giving enough? I give all my time. I put all my resources. If you want to prosper, you're going to have to give what you want to get. How many of y'all want to prosper financially? Indicate that in the chat. Don't be afraid. Just because you're conscious don't mean you can't have finances, right? Well, we just supposed to create debt all the time. That's money too, in the opposite direction. We're supposed to keep borrowing from people, staying with people. Is that what we're supposed to do? Because we conscious and we got kings, queens, and God, and they don't know who we are. Any of y'all ever said that? My spouse don't know who I am. My family don't know who I am. They don't know I got this knowledge. They don't know what's going on in this society. They don't know. And you got to work around it. How do I know? I've had to do it too. You know? So with that, what are you going to do now? Okay. And so this awakened me that I wasn't giving up. So the answers came that if I want to prosper, that I need to give to the sources. You know, I need to give more to the indigenous. I need to give more to the law of time. I need to give more to the Pan-African community. I need to give more to people. And what's added unto them will be added unto me. Because I have had my laptop stolen 2 years ago. I had all my jewelry stolen and some expensive clippers in February. And so and a Cash App. So if you see these kind of things happening to you, we have to evaluate it. Ashe, Ken 50, Baba Clemson Brown we're gonna No, the prayer was done, but we're going to do a special tribute for him at the end. So hopefully Baba can stay around, but we're gonna do it then. Okay. So with that, you know, it helped me. Now, as a teacher of this, it's easy, just like a healer, right? If the healer gets sick, then you really it messes with your head, yes or no? Well, if the healer gets sick, it's like, oh man, then you start questioning, how can I be? It's judgment. How can I be a healer and I'm sick? Well, we focus on everybody else, so we don't get to focus on ourselves like that. So when it's just a matter of time before you do get sick, unless we create the kind of balance and replenishment. But it's not if we get sick, it's how we recover. Because we can bounce back stronger than we were ever before. And that's how I feel right now. After 3 weeks of being shut down, I think it's been over 6 weeks since I've been on Aligning with the Cycles. And some of you going through the same stuff that I'm going through. And you need to know how to respond. It's nothing bad about your life or what you're learning. You have the tools and you're equipped enough to rectify the situation. So don't get on here thinking that your life is going to be perfect and you're just going to be jumping from cloud to cloud because you learned some cosmic knowledge and higher sciences and you're able to learn the law of time now. So everything is just going to fall in line for you. You know why it's not going to do that 99 out of 100 times? Because you haven't corrected your karmic behavior yet. What does that look like? How many of y'all want to know what that looks like? Because you hear me say it all the time. What does Baba mean? Well, it means that if you've done something in the past that you thought was right because you knew every damn thing, and then you realize when you got some more knowledge, oh, I messed that. I don't know how I got away with that, but that wasn't right. If I had to do that all over again, I would do it differently. How many of you have said, if I had the chance, if I knew back then what I know now, and if I had the chance to do it all over again, I would have handled that differently? How many of you all say that to yourself? That's correcting your karmic behavior. But let me tell you what pride will do. Pride will say, that ain't me no more. I'm so conscious in advance. I don't know why that's showing up in my life. And it'll show up in your friends and in your circle. And you used to be that way and you judge them. I've done it. I'm telling you. And so when you judge it, you just telling the universe to replay, repeat, do it again. So we can judge it and deny it some more. And so how are we going to evolve that way? This is what we call the circumstantial persona. Now, when we keep seeing these circumstances, we think it's a self-fulfilling prophecy that we can't get from under. And then that becomes our belief system over knowing the ledge, knowing the knowledge, knowing how it works, knowing how to fix it. So instead of judging your past, how many of you all did something you were ashamed of before? Put it in the chat. I did. I done did several things I've been ashamed of in the past. I'm not afraid to tell you. You can't judge me. I can only judge myself and hold myself back. Yes, and shame is the walking dead, according to the power versus force chart. Right? So now we walk around with the shame. And shame means, let me tell you what about shame. Shame means I want to be eliminated from the equation. Forget about high priestess on melanin frequency yelling and screaming that you got. Forget about Baba Wanik telling you everything about the power of the law of time and time travel and being able to use telepathy. Forget about all of that. You operating at an energy level that wants to be eliminated, even though you have all this knowledge, even though you're a vegan, even though you do all you grow your own food and do all this other kind of stuff. If you reach the emotional level of shame, you are telling energetically the universe that I want to be removed from this experience. And so now you're a candidate to boom, be shot. Now you're a candidate to get hit by a car or be in a plane crash or something like that because you said, I just can't take it no more. I got to go. Your wish is my command. I thought you understood your galactic purpose. You just can't be taken out, but you want to take yourself out. And we lose our avatar. That's one of the ways that it happens. Is this making some sense to y'all? Am I talking straight to y'all? I mean, or do you want the technical lecture so I can give you a bunch of stuff that sounds good that you can repeat and intellectualize with other people, but you can't use in your daily life? Is that what you want? You want some more fancy stuff? You want something that you're not going to be able to use, that you can put up the quote on your wall and not know how to integrate it in your life? Or do you want something that you can integrate right here, right now, and get from the dependence of the government, get from the dependence of different situations, and become independent and sovereign in this galaxy? That's what you came here to be. Ashe? So we're celebrating the 4th of July today. This country is knowing the wrongs it's done. And we think we're celebrating the country's independence of England. Wrong. You're celebrating you being in dependence of the government. Now you're just a number. You're independence of the matrix. That's how you survive, is using the matrix. You're independence of that, not independent from it. And this is why we get this knowledge and we have to keep on doing the things that we've been doing. My mind's playing tricks on me. And we do it. And with these holidays, we don't look at the reverse, right? We just celebrate. Yeah, we get with family. You know, I know a lot of the conscious people that don't, but it's still some that do. Because you're so lonely, at least being around family is something. Yes or no? I do it. I got grandchildren that celebrate the 4th of July right now. I hadn't got them, converted with this fully. So what am I supposed to do? Okay, so that's something that we got to work with. That's a complex situation. It's a lot of moving parts. But if we want our influence to grow, we got to free our mind of the programs that we keep chanting. We have a chant call every 13 days. Every 13 minutes, we're chanting in a program that's keeping us from being in our divinity. And we really put some emotions in it when we have fireworks. When we know we bombed people. I love hearing Baba Wanique talk about the 4th of July and what has transpired. And we fireworks, this is representing the bombs. When we bombed other nations and all this kind of stuff, and being a part of this country has done that. So we're in an incredible position to be independent. Okay, not independence, independent of independence, or dependence on a country or a system that's not designed for us to win. And winning in this case means that you own your own purpose. And I love hearing Baba Wanique saying, if you look at own, it also spells now, one, all these different things. So do you think that we can correct some karmic behavior? Do you can use this knowledge I'm going to give you today to correct some of your behavior and get out of judgment of yourself and others so you can expand? And then it gets so intense that we got to take a drink. We got to smoke some herb. We got to take some drugs to numb it because we got so much turmoil going on inside. Ashe? So don't be shamed and want to be eliminated. Be thankful you found the blockage and use this to empower yourself to remove those blockages so you can be the fullness of who you are. Ashe? All right, Ashe. So we're about to get it on here. I can tell you, I really take a lot of energy and put into this message and messages because I know how critical it is right now. And we're looking at the things that we've been depending on and we're watching them crumble. And it's creating a psychological experience or complex of our world is crumbling. No, that's just what you've been depending on. But what if we were sent here to build a new world? What if we were sent, well, what if we were here not just to manifest, but we're manifesting through building? So a lot of times we ask for things and we think that this, oh yeah, I want to, what is it? Relationships, health, and money. So let's go down this. Oh, I want a spouse. I want a partner. I want somebody that's in completely aligned with me. I want a twin flame. I want to all this kind of stuff. And I'm going to do my spiritual rituals. I'm going to do this. So I'm so attractive that the right one comes and it's just going to appear and it's going to be like, oh my God. Right? Anybody think that way? Yeah, we in our mind, we it drives us. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. They're thinking that. But what I will say is in this process, if you do what I'm showing you, you'll have so many people to choose from that you can make sure you got the right fit. And you don't got to just stay in your mind. You can say, all right, now can I build with this person? Because after the honeymoon is over, you at some point you're gonna have to start building something. Or maybe you don't want to build nothing. We both don't want to build nothing. You're perfect for each other. You could just go on vacations and have fun. But make sure that's how you both are. Right? But some people want to evolve. Some people want to leave a legacy and do different things. So you got to make sure that those two things are in place. What about money? You think it's just going to come out the sky? And listen, with relationships, interestingly enough, it brings out the best in you because that's the other side of you. We all have 23 chromosomes of male and female, and divinity brings it together. But if you're a male and you're trying to attract the right divine feminine or the divine feminine energy, then guess what? There's going to be some instructions with that. It ain't going to be like, it's my way, all this kind of stuff. And yes, you can record that, high priestess. You see? It's not just my way, my way, my way. It's not control. It's not all this kind of stuff. Right? It's going to be some instructions. So now the question is, can you follow instructions? God, the divinity, you asked the question, you were given some instructions, but are you able to follow it? That's a good question. Right? The money. Oh, I need, I need to have, more resources financially because I want to take my kids. I want to be able to do these things for my children, yada, yada, yada. I don't need to jump through no hoops. I need to be able to do this freely and flow. Okay. But when the instructions come, here you go, blocking. Nah, I can't do that. No. But the instructions may take you to a place that you don't think you would desire. But, listen, success comes in sly disguises. Opportunities come in sly disguises. And you may surrender to that concept and go do something that you can bring your purpose to. And that may catapult you over. And then health. We say, we do the chants, I am God. I am healthy. I am is God, and anything added unto I am is added unto you. That's true. But do you carry out the instructions after you make the statement? That takes the will. That takes the divine will and the spirit to keep you focused on the instructions until it materializes in our lives. So there's some things that we have to do, whether we like it or not. So we that's why I had you get up and jump around and move around. Get your energy high. That's another thing that happens. We just think we're going to sit around sometimes and everything going to happen. Well, it might, but it probably won't happen consistently that way. All right. Rare cases that it does. When I get there, I'll let you know. But what I've found is I've had to make sure for what I do and how I pour out, that I have high energy for coaching. We were just in a coaching session, and it touched me because we put these note pods in with the coaching, and last night I put up my 469 note pod. That means I've done 469 one-on-one coaching sessions over the last 2 to 3 years, and over 700 hours. Now, I'm not saying that to impress you, but it humbled me. It made me say, wow, whoa, I think that I've learned more and remembered more than the people that I've coached. Because what we realize is that we need therapy and we need coaching. Because when we have blockages and we can't do simple things like clean out the garage or go ahead and get an LLC, and then we've been putting that off for a year, there's a blockage. It's probably a fear there. And so we gotta identify it as a blockage, but our pride to kick in and say, oh no, I'm just busy. I'm just so busy being busy. I ain't got time to go to the Secretary of State website and fill out the form for an LLC and get the $150. Okay, so it's been 2 or 3 years for you to do that. You can't save $10 a moon to be able to do the LLC. You've had $150, so you have a blockage. You have a psychological block, and when you do that, now you exposed. And so we don't realize that we have a fear, but we'll deny it because of our pride, and that's a blockage, and we can't get around it until we remove the blockage. You see, it's simple stuff. It's not, we can get all cosmic, but it's simple stuff that holds us back. Let's deal with the simple stuff, and then let's get into some extra sensory perception stuff. Let's get into some telepathic knowing stuff. But before we do that, we need to really handle these basic fundamental things. What do they call it? The facts of life. As a 1/10. Me and Brother Neil, we were on last night, and we were talking about numbers, the power of numbers, right? And mathematics, how everything works, right? Everything moves through some mathematical equation. That's why it's a function. That's why it's an equal sign. That's why the World Bridger yesterday was so powerful, deals with equalizing. Do your thoughts equal what you materialize? That's an equation. And that's how we figure things out. Right? So we got to get to the fundamental stuff, right? So that we can get to the sophisticated stuff. And they'll be in sync, and you'll be able to do everything that we describe. But we got to correct that karmic behavior. Ashe, is this helpful? Now, let me tell you what I'm going to do, because I'm going to run out of time. I can tell you that now. I get up here, and it's been a while. So, when you ain't had none in a while, you tend to go overboard, right? So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to hold another session, because as a part of this, the super mental access, as those of you that want some extra knowledge, I got something for you. Because tonight, for about 30 to 45 minutes is all it's going to take. I'm going to be doing a detailed explanation of the hollow mind perceiver and what super mental constructs are available today for us, so you can get this before you go to bed and print it in your mind, your corpus callosum. Okay, so we'll be right back here at 8 o'clock. Now, I may not be able to get all the reminders out, but if you can hear me, you see me, you can get on here. All right, so let's get on with it, because we're not independents anymore. We're in now the cosmic cycles, and with that, we're in the cosmic moon, the cosmic turtle moon. The question that at this moon ask ourselves is, how can I expand my joy and my love? Now, stop right there. Some people don't got no joy and no love in them. They in denial. It's there, I should say, but they what overshadows it is hate for themselves. Right. When you get down to shame and elimination, you can't focus on the love that you got. It's there, but you have a complete blockage for it. So when you get to these other layers, now we have to have a different kind of methodology to get from under there, right? So before you even ask this question, can I still love? Can I still express joy? Is it possible? And if it's possible, now we're going to ask, how can I expand my joy and my love? Now, what's unique today, for those of you who are new to the 13 moon calendar, there's 13 cycles of 28. And 13 times 28 is 364 days. Now, we know it's 365 days in a year, a solar cycle, a Earth revolution around the sun. And so there's one day at a time. So we're going to be having a day at a time celebration. There'll be an announcement about that on the 25th, because every year on the 26th, this calendar starts over, not January the 1st. And there's some very important reasons why that is the way it is. You know, right now, it's a very important time because we're actually in a medium, an exchange between what I would say Sirius and the Earth. And it's a gateway right now, July 3rd through July the 7th. Okay, and this gateway connects us. The Sirius is like our spiritual sun. It's our evolutionary sun, and it charges the sun that we're in up. This is what 2012 was all about. They were in the closest proximity ever in 26,000 years, it was said. And so there was a communication between these two heavenly bodies. And then as it moves, because we're all moving in cycles, now the light of consciousness from the sun, we're in the wave spell, the cycle of evolution of the sun, which brings enlightenment. The light of consciousness is hitting the earth different, and it's hitting your consciousness different. So we got some decisions to make if we're going to evolve with this planet. And if we're not willing to, then we're just going to be removed from the planet. And I like to hear, it's funny to hear High Priestess says that we got to do the juice box in the car seat again. The juice box. All right, we got to start this process over again and try to remember when everything's been wiped clean. You know, so we have an advantage, right? So this cosmic moon, we have, you know, about 21 more plasmas left. We're on the 8th plasma. You see, we're on the heptad. This is the 50th week, or heptad is week. All right. And so today we're on the galactic hand, which is the 8th tone, and we're on the 8th plasma, right, of this moon. So it's really powerful. And so you can look here, we call the different energies for each plasma, which is similar to days on the Gregorian calendar. You know, we have different names for them because we're talking about energy. Dali, Celi, Gamma, Kali, Alpha, Limi, Celio. So to learn more about this, you take the Law of Time class. I'm going to be doing a group coaching. We'll announce that later as well. But we're going to go into real depth of how to be introduced to this so you can maximize and be prepared for the classes in the fall. All right. But in looking at this, today we're on Dali, and Dali targets the thermic force. Now, this target is important because we're going through a sensory quantum. So how many of you all like the ideal of quantum leaping? You just want a quantum leap from your reality into this new reality. That's okay. But are you prepared for what's next at that quantum leap, at that quantum level? And this is why you got to get the experience and integrate it into your life. Because if you find yourself thinking you've quantum leaped and you really haven't, it's a self-esteem nightmare. Okay, some people go in a very dark place inside of them. So you can see these first three plasmas, Dali, Celi, and Gamma, are part of a sensory quantum. So your senses take a quantum leap into extrasensory perception on those days. So if we do it right, and we're going to be creating a group for the next cycle, the next year, starting July 26th, you can participate and practice the sensory quantum, all right? And then the conversion, or the transform the energy or transmute the energy into a telepathic quantum. And we can do that every single 7 Earth rotations. And we can evolve that way greatly if we do that 52 times straight. Now, most of us, it's hard to do something 2 or 3 times straight because we've been following a calendar that's all scrambled up. All right. And it scrambles our mind. So we have random success at best. But when we create the order of the cycles and we're intentional about this, even if you broke right now, it may take you a few heptads, but you keep following the cycles. And what happens is now you're following the abundant cycles. Abundance and prosperity follows you, right? Health and wellness. You get the resources that you need to operate in optimal health. Good relationships, they start to follow you, align with you. Everything aligns with you, how you align with yourself. And this is from the perspective of energy, not from the perspective of how I feel like. See, you'll feel like without correcting your karmic behavior is flawed. It's flawed. It needs to be purified. It needs to be corrected. And now feel like equals, that's mathematics again, your thoughts and your behaviors. That's what you want. You want them all to be in a line. And we got all the planets. We got 5 planets in alignment right now with this gateway open between Earth and Sirius. And so this is why there's a distraction with the 4th of July being able to do fireworks to distract us from realizing that in our consciousness so we can override the program that has rooted and imprinted in us for so long. Even if we don't want to do it, the program is still there. So we have to have something stronger that's overriding that, or else it's going to keep on feeding back through our loop. Ashe? All right, Ashe. All right, so let's go ahead and move forward. So now you see that we don't have days of the week here. So don't get upset. Don't say, I don't understand. I don't know. No, you need to understand so that you can get better. You need to be challenged differently. I just can't understand what Dolly, why they calling the day Dolly? Well, damn it, you want to be in a daze or you want to call it Dolly? Which one is it? You want to program yourself to be in a daze? It's like we've been in a daze. Weak. Why? You want to just be weak? We can't. That means we don't have the power to do what we want, to exert our free will. We don't have the power to do it. We don't have the power to do what we're thinking. That's weak. So this is what we're here to do. So I'm not here to, tell you that it's going to be easy and, this is just what I need. No, you might have to ruffle some feathers. You might have to iron some wrinkles out. You might have to step up your game, but it's worth it because you got power over this now, right? You can make a covenant with excellence and stop trying to get the most by doing the least and being the least. That's what the message told me. It told me I need to do more. Damn it, I know you need to do more. This is all I do. Sit up in this room and make content for classes and make content for aligning with the cycles and figure out how to shift the consciousness. Talk to high priestess, talk to people who are on the path, Yukia Love, 211, all these different people. And that's all I'm doing every day. I'm not out parlaying, eating the finest vegan food in the city, on the river somewhere. I'm not saying I shouldn't be, but I'm just telling you that's what goes on. And this is what this consciousness was telling me. That has to change, Taharka. It has to change. The way spell involves consciousness. Let me show you something about the way spell. So the way spell and the 13 moon calendar are different. They're together. Look at the 13 moon calendar as a synchronometer, not a calendar, because it's synchronizing few different cycles. It's synchronizing the Gregorian calendar. It's synchronizing the 13 moon calendar. So one has 12 cycles, one has 13, and then the other cycle has 260 days, and it's all on one calendar. That's why we call it a synchronometer. That's why sometimes when we say happy galactic return and it's your birthday that comes up, it's from the 260-day galactic spin cycle. And you think it's your birthday. No, that comes every 260 days. But there's a way they all sync up. And to use this calendar as an instrument of synchronicity is how we get nature and the power of synchronicity working on our behalf. Y'all get that? So when we see this, let me back up a second. I want you to see this because I want you to start following this stuff. Yeah, here's the 3 cycles. The one, where's my pointer? I got to teach you before we meditate. So we are meditating on the same stuff, right? So check it out. Today is the 8th day of the what? Cosmic moon. See this right here, 7/4. That's the Gregorian date. Okay, so July looks different than this because it has 31 days and not 28, and the weeks are uneven. And we're on some heptad stuff. And then you see this little picture here. This is the glyph for the hand. This is the tone, the 3 dots in the bar. That's the 8th tone, the galactic tone. So it's the galactic hand, which is kin number 47. So that's on a different cycle than this. All right. I say kin 50. Right. So now let's look at the 260-day cycle where the wave spell comes from. The wave spell evolves consciousness because we're tapping into galactic consciousness. So galactic conscious sent you to the earth with a galactic purpose. And so that's why these tools to help us keep evolving into remembrance helps us override the programs of the artificial world. So you can see right here, this is what it looks like. These are the 20 archetypes. You want to learn these? We're not going to help you learn them today. But there's 20 archetypes, the beginning, the dragon, all the way to the end, the sun. Right? Now, on kin 40, we started the sun wave spell. And then we go to the bottom and we come back up to the top and we're coming down to here. Now, there's some science behind this double helix. This is the galactic DNA and all that stuff. But we're not going to get into that right now. We get into deeper in that because knowing that can help you change your DNA. But we got to get some of this simple stuff out the way first. Because sometimes we're trying to do that. Now, here's what it looks like energetically. You see, we started the wave spell right here at the sun. See, this is the sun glyph. The 1 dot is the magnetic tone. And then we came back up here and we're going down, down, down like this. So you see the waves, right? It looks like the matrix, right? But it's nature. Natural cycles come in 13s, not 12. Menstrual cycles, 13 a year, not 12. But when we try to cram 13 into 12, we get irregularities. Ashe, everybody get that? And so here's what it looks like when we take it out of the 260, the 13-day cycle. There's 20 of these. And so we started with the sun. And look, the sun and the human are communicating. This is the wave spell of enlightenment that brings life to what? The human, the cosmic human. And so the human transcends wisdom from enlightenment. So I love how High Priestess breaks this down. So that's what happens. So when you come to the beginning of a wave spell, you know whatever you start with, once you learn the attributes of the archetypes, okay, the human, that's us, is going to transcend a wisdom with the enlightenment. And in order to do that, we got to plant some seeds here, right? To target our awareness. And then we got to create the solar star. Tomorrow is the solar star. So you need to get in heavy intention to create your art tomorrow. So today we need to accomplish knowing, because once we know, we can heal and accomplish what we create. So this is powerful. When you learn this creation format, every 13 Earth rotations, you can create a dynamic life where you don't have to be under any circumstances or personality. That gets removed. Ashe? Does this make sense what I'm saying? I know it's a lot, but that means you need to get more focused, okay? Because that's the only way you're going to get good. Think about, what have you got good at that you didn't focus on? I'll wait. You see? The only thing you get good at by not focusing on is get good at not focusing. Get good at multitasking. But when you get focused, results come next. That's how it works. So I'm saying something that's new to some of you, but I had to learn it too. You think it just jumped in my lap? You think I just said, oh, I'm spiritual now, I'm brain balanced and all this stuff, and it just came out to open my eyes and knew it like Neo? I did, but not that way. Right? Not that way. It took some work. It took some, because let me tell you why it wasn't like Neo. Because I had to address what I thought was right. I had to address my cognitive dissonance. Because I didn't want to do this because it's like swimming upstream. Who wants to change their calendar? I'm the only one in the class. I did that actually at a family reunion. I said, hey guys, did anybody want to change their calendar? And they all looked at me like I was crazy. I didn't think so. Today is kin number 239. Let me read the affirmation after the prayer. I did. This is something that happened. They thought I was crazy. I am crazy. But later, they coming along now. They're asking me questions, right? But when I raised my hand and said, hey, who wants to evolve? Nobody raised their hand. I said, it's a tough crowd. Did anybody want to improve their life? No, I'm good. We just go barbecue twice a year, go on a few vacations. I love my job. That's what happens. But I like to think the folks on here is a little bit different. If you're a little bit different, go ahead and type I in the chat. You see how I get you involved? I know it getting on some of your nerves. I know it. Especially the guys get on your nerves, but get uncomfortable, gentlemen, divine masculine. Get in the center of the court because we about to do some dynamic things. So it's okay to say I. We about to get fit, right? So this is how the wave spell works. So every in a few plasmas, we're going to be on starting the Skywalker wave spell of evolution, the cycle of evolution. It has a theme to it. And when we know the theme and we know the cycles, we can predict the future. I got to hurry up because we got to do some announcements here, but we're going to come back to this. So you want to study this. The affirmation for Kin 47, the blue galactic hand states, I harmonize in order to know. Modeling healing. I seal the store of accomplishment. With the galactic tone of integrity, I am guided by the power of magic. I harmonize in order to know, modeling healing. I seal the store of accomplishment with the galactic tone of integrity. I am guided by the power of magic. One more time to imprint it in our mind and in our heart and lock it into the cosmos. I harmonize in order to know, modeling healing. I seal the store of accomplishment. With the galactic tone of integrity, I am guided by the power of magic. Let me decode this, do a little decoding here, because some of the language, we don't know the context if we're looking at this for the first time. So what are we harmonizing? The power of enlightenment with what we thought we knew. Because we're in that wave spell or cycle of evolution of enlightenment. Okay. So I'm harmonizing this enlightenment to create order so I know, not believe. There's a difference between knowing and believing. I know. That means I have complete certainty. And knowing is synonymous with doing and being. So if you're not being, you don't really know, right? You don't really know. You can say, well, I don't want to, but you know if it's better for you. And you already know, like they say, once you know better, you do better. And I used to challenge that in my past life. Well, you don't have to do better. No, literally, truly, when you know better, you've evolved. You can't go, you're not going to go back to being a teenager after knowing what you know. You're not going to say, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to high school with all these kids. They're going to think you're a pedophile. They're going to think you're crazy. So once you really know, that is synonymous with doing and being. If it ain't, it's an illusion you're creating for yourself. And so belief can create some good illusions and bad illusions, but it can get us at least to trust a process. All right. So I harmonize in order to know the power of enlightenment. And so I know how to model healing. What is modeling healing? I'm demonstrating how to heal and live a life of wellness every day. I'm modeling it. I'm living it. How many of you are living how you think? There's a galactic moon that I know so well, and my colleagues, they laugh at me. But the galactic moon, the 8th moon, says, do I live what I believe? When you're modeling, that's what you're doing. So I'm living what I know so I can heal If you're in the know and you know you need to heal, you need to heal. I seal the store of accomplishment. Now, let me back up a second. There's a condition. I want you, those of you get your galactic signature, right? I harmonize with the enlightenment in order to know. So I'm not just harmonizing to be harmonizing. I'm going to harm my eyes. I ain't going to be able to see myself in the proper image. You can't be just harmonizing to be harmonizing on this kin. This kin is telling you harmonize so you can know, so you can find the truth. You can be the truth. That's the condition. The first line always has a condition for what it is your purpose is. Your purpose is to harmonize in order to know for this kin. And now there's a function. There's some instructions. Model healing. Now, if you want to accomplish and seal the store on how to remember to accomplish, you have to bring the integrity. What is the integrity? The integrity is the structure that keeps it whole. The integrity is what keeps it together. So if you think you tell the truth all the time and everything is falling apart, you ain't got no integrity. That's not a judgment. That's just we got to build the integrity better, the structure better. I just had to tell them, you know, I tell the truth. I do this, but yeah, everything is falling apart in your life. Well, your truth ain't holding nothing together. So we might want to look at that, right? And then you could tell you're going in the right. It's telling you what the guide is. The guide is the power of magic. That's how you could tell you're going in the right direction. The power of magic. The power of seeing illusions and playing with illusions. That's what the magician does. And this is the guide archetype right here. Right here, sorry. Okay. This is the guide archetype. All right, so we could get deeper into this because these are the 5 bodies that are supporting us on this plasma energetically today to help us carry out our galactic purpose. That's why we follow the calendar. It's like an oracle. And I like doing this and then seeing what people come up with readings. It's powerful. All right. Okay. So let's continue. Tone 8. Let's read Tone 8 and then we're going to get some announcements here. Tone 8 represents the pattern of harmony. Pattern harmony of the nature of nature's order. There's order again. So all y'all want to be in disarray. There's an order to chaos, but it magnetizes something chaotic too. So there's an order, there's a symmetry. That's what the Fibonacci sequence is about. The things in the proper sequence, energy just flows, and that's how we get that instantaneous thoughts turns into things. The gift of your cosmic identity is to access the power of wholeness. So this is where what me and Brother Neil was talking last night. You know, we're talking about that there's 360 degrees in consciousness, but we only learned using 36 of them, 10% of our brain power. And we're not in a hurry to get the other 324 degrees. So everybody getting elemental P degree, that's great. But you get these 360 degrees of knowledge and watch what happens. You access the other 90% that they're saying we're not using and watch what happens. Can you agree that we'll have a different experience on the planet if we all using all 360 degrees of our consciousness? That means we're using the whole cosmos because it's an infinitum. So you think that there's white supremacy then? Because to accept that there's white supremacy, family, we have to accept that there's black inferiority. Are you black and inferior? Are you saying that you're melanin, you have more melanin than anyone on the planet? And you're saying that's inferior to some kind of species that seems to be, come on now. What are we talking about here? So we got to get out of our artificial mind that was created by the false self and get back to the natural mind. That's what we got to do. So look, do you think we act like there's white supremacy? We act like that, and we some of us do, and then some of us really act that black is inferior. We don't talk like it now. We don't talk like it. But when we get out into these streets, what do you see? Right? Us against ourselves a lot of times. All right? Activate your galactic powers by seeing life from a larger perspective, by realizing our Earth and ourselves as members of a vast galactic whole, by integrating your being with the intrinsic harmony of nature, by cultivating the inner sense of harmony and extending that energy to the world around you, by living your ideals and modeling, there's modeling again, your core values. You're living it. By staying loyal to your truth, regardless of external influences, yet discovering how to be in accord with the needs of others. That's compassion. By being an emissary of galactic intelligence. That's shifting the consciousness. By knowing yourself to be a fractal of a totality, one note in the song of the galaxy. That's what tone 8 is offering. Now, do you like that? Is that a little bit better description other than Monday, the 4th of July, and send some fireworks? Is that okay? To get to see how these alignments in the galaxy are affecting our consciousness and aligning with us, so we don't have to be under any programs. All right, so the news report, we're not going to get into it too deep because we talk about sunspots, because a lot of the times, as above, so below. So we look at outer space as separate from us. But in the law of holonomy, where the hollow mind perceiver comes from, we're just systems inside of larger systems. The sun is another version of us. These 5 planets that are aligned, they're showing us something through sacred geometry. They're communicating with each other. It's no different than us getting in a line and going somewhere. But we get in a line and go somewhere. There's something that's going to happen next. And that's what this portal, this gate is. So usually we go to spaceweather.com and earthsky.com. Now, what I really want to do, I'm putting out a challenge to those of you out there, especially those of you who are in the Hollow Mind Perceiver class. If you're interested in doing the news reflection, like you like talking about sunspots and what's happening, I know it's a few of you, message me, because I want every session, I want to do a galactic news reflection. I want to do a space report so that we can see, I can show you what's happening in apparent outer space is happening in the whole mind or the hollow mind. And that affects how we perceive things in our experience. That's what that's all about. Okay, so if that's you, somebody put my email in the chat and you email me, hey, I'm interested in doing the galactic news reflection, the space report. All right, and if it's a few of you, we'll show you how to do it, and then you can do a rotation. All right, 3 people would be good because we have 3 master teachers that do this. All right, so make sure you email me if you're interested, and in the next cycle, when we start the next cycle is when we'll start. All right, so with that, we're talking about the whole hollow mind perceiver access. So what is this going on? Well, when we're talking about the hollow mind, we're talking about wholeness. And so the mind is different from the brain. So let's look at the brain and the body as an antenna. It's an instrument that gives us access to consciousness. So we've been limited through the 1/10 usage of our brain. We've been limited to only using 10% of this antenna. And there's a whole cosmos out here to access the mind of consciousness. And so this is why we just get to the point where we feel like, but we don't get past the feeling. Feeling comes from touch, which is tactile consciousness. So how can we feel when we're not being touched or what's not being touched? Right? That's tactile consciousness. We can feel what's not being touched, even emotionally. Okay. And so in looking at that, when we talk about the sense of sight, that's visual consciousness. So when we talk about pre-consciousness, we're talking about DNA codons. We're talking about all these different things that support us in moving into our super mental access, our superpowers, the other 9/10 that we say we're not using. Okay, so there's a grid that we have here, and I'm gonna hurry up and speed through this. The consciousness is right here. This is the area on the grid, but you see, this is telepathically imprinted. That's why we say things 3 times to make it affirmative. But in the corpus callosum is semi-liquid electricity. And anything with electricity, it deals with numbers because it's movement. Movement and numbers are synonymous. So what happens is this. When we look at the galactic hand, so to speak, right? Today is lit up right here. So this would be in the right rear side of the brain, the cerebellum, right rear side. And so this deals with our DNA codons, paranormal faculties, you know, precognitive functions like precognition, how to bilocate, how to disappear. All of that's in that, according to the science, according to cosmic science, is in the cerebellum. We just hadn't remembered it yet. We can create movies about it, but we can't do it. Well, whatever we can imagine, we can be. That's what's said, but we have to remove the blockages first. So you see this is lit up here. All right. So this is where we can change our DNA before we come into consciousness. This is more premeditative. And these black dots are archetype. These 5 archetypes are in the form of these black dots. So what we're seeing, I'll just say this. This is the hand. This is the human. This is the earth. This is the wizard. And then, oh, I'm missing one. The monkey is supposed to be over here. So this one is in the middle is supposed to be over here. That's an error on my fault. Okay, but what's happening is that there's courts here. So this is the court of cosmic knowledge, right? And then this down here is the court of cosmic prophecy. So they're balancing each other out today. The knowledge brings the prophecy. The prophecy helps us carry out instructions so we can create a better life. And so, and this pyramid over here that we have, this is what we call the master coordinating frequency, the master coordinator of frequencies. So we're always dealing with frequencies when we're dealing with energy, and the cumulative harmonic frequencies. We're dealing with the geometry of sound, the sacred geometry of sound. And today they're in the same place. This is considered the master sensory circuit in the 4th time dimension, a 2nd time dimension, 4th mental sphere, which deals with focus and concentration that precedes time travel. So when we know how to read this and how it works, when we go into our meditation, which we're about to do in a few minutes, our meditation is much different. It's much different. And now we can actually heal and accomplish because we're removing those blockages. So I don't expect you to understand it, but this is what I'm going to do a more detailed understanding of tonight so that we can get through this today. We're going to go ahead and quickly do some announcements before we close out with our meditation. And I want to bring forth none other than Kin number 211. Let me make sure she has a mic to read the announcement. Now pay attention to the announcement because I'm going to make a special offer at the end. We got some great stuff going on. I'm going to make a special announcement at the end and all you can participate. So I yield the mic for Kin 211 to read the announcements. Thank you.
Peace and greetings, Star Kin. It is Kin 211. Am I coming through clearly? If you can indicate in the chat that you can hear me clearly. Awesome. Thank you so much. If you all could help me to advance the slides. And before I get started, I did want to give an honor to our master teachers, Tenarka, High Priestess, and Baba Wanig. We appreciate you so much for all that you do, all that you give. And Yukia, Kin 134, thank you so much. And Kin 65, Bill, for playing the flute this morning. Much appreciation to you. It's been a beautiful session. I definitely learned a lot. You opened up my eyes today, made me look at myself today. Definitely had to check myself. Thank you, Tenarka. We'll go ahead and get started with these announcements. We do have our Cosmic CIV Unlimited membership. For those of you that don't have your membership, it is very important that you get it because it has so many different offerings. In this membership, you will receive the basic CIB offerings along with the melanin frequency replays. You will also receive your beginning, your spiritual journey sessions, exclusive online meetups. You're going to get a 30-minute cosmic consultation with one of our master teachers, and you will receive 30% off discounts on all of your classes, your one-on-one coaching, your group coaching sessions, and your mini courses. You're going to get all of that for $39 per moon. Or if you want to go ahead and pay up front, you will get that for $390 per year, and that's going to be a savings of $117. Pre-order your 260 spin journal today. The regular price is $55, but we have a special introductory price for $45, special for you at this time. And if you would like to get your journal, you can go to www.melanatedimmortals.com/260 spin. This is going to be to track when you're going through your chant calls, all of your revelations, anything that's coming to you. It's a beautiful, full journal, and you're going to be able to put everything that's coming to you and track your whole process through the solar year. It's a beautiful book, and they're going to be coming out to you very soon. Yes, you kisses, get it, family. It is a beautiful journal, and it's colorful pages, so you definitely want to tap in and get that. Just go to the website and place your order. Mimic is providing us with a 20-day past and future portals Mimic self-study course. And what you're going to receive, you're going to get 20 full courses. It's going to be 10 integrating your capabilities as a multidimensional being. That's going to be the past portals, as well as 10 sessions of take authority over your subconscious behaviors and past agreements, the future portals. And these are facilitated by Baba Wanik, High Priestess Ma'at, and Neb Taharka. You're going to get this full, and it is full, these full sessions for $360. I was able to be a participant in all of these sessions. They were life-changing. They were amazing. The link is in the chat if you want to go ahead and grab this. Now, if you are a CIB member, you will get 30% off. It is life-changing. These sessions are amazing. I definitely, want to nudge you to participate and grab these sessions so that you can just get in it. You got to get in it. You have to actually experience it to know what we're talking about, to experience the excitement of these sessions. We have made a change. We do our new kin orientation. Normally we do these every Wednesday, but we will be doing these on every Tuesday at 8:00 p.m. This is going to be for everyone that's new to Mimic. It's a new kin orientation where you will get your introduction to your galactic purpose signature. So if there's anyone that's new here to Mimic or fairly new to Mimic, like I said, you're going to get your galactic purpose signature. You're going to discover your purpose. We're going to talk about evolutionary cycles. We're going to run you through a full Mimic orientation and so much more. We hope that you will join us on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will see you on that session. What's your kin? Now, if you haven't done so already, we are requesting that everyone, all of the star kin, go to our website at melanatedimmortals.com. And when you go there, it's going to take you to a landing page. You're going to go ahead and fill in your information. And we definitely want to know what your kin number is and your kin name. And what that's going to do, we're compiling all of the kin numbers and kin names because we want to have a large 260 galactic kin meditation. And we want to get everyone, we want to have all of the galactic 260 kin. And we welcome you to add your children, family members, friends that might be interested, so that in the future, we want to have everyone together in person so that we can have this amazing meditation session. So we literally can change the consciousness of the planet by us all coming together. So that's something that we're building, but we definitely need your help to do that. So if you'd like to do that right now, you can go to the website, or you can do that after this session. But just please help us out and put your kin information on the website. We greatly appreciate your assistance in this process. Now, Taharka, he is facilitating a wonderful group synchronicity coaching. It's actually life-changing, life-changing group synchronicity coaching. It is a 3-part workshop series. The theme is discovering the power of manifestation through natural time, creative arts, and supermental abilities. Each session will be on Gamma, and that's Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, go ahead and make a note. It will be on July the 6th, July the 13th, and July the 20th. So session 1, he will be talking about the power of the 13 moon calendar and the power of the sacred number 13 and much more. On session 2, he will be talking about the important things that you need to know about the law of time, such as the 13 tones and the journey of your incarnation and so much more. And in session 3, he will be talking about remembering the hollow mind perceiver and the introduction into the 5th dimension and so much more. You will receive these 3 coaching sessions for only $150. Now, if you are a CIB member, you will get your 30% off discount. That's why it's important to be a CIB member, okay? So go ahead and get your membership set up. I'm gonna go ahead and put a link in the chat so that you can register for this coaching. And I'm gonna put his email address in here as well, just in case you have any questions about the coaching. You'll be able to reach out to him. 1 second. Here we go. There we are. So if you have any questions about his coaching sessions, email him and he'll be happy to assist you with that. So yeah, they're dynamic. I've had the opportunity to participate. You definitely don't want to miss these coaching sessions. Okay, so we can move forward. All right. Now, High Priestess Ma'at, she is the wet facilitator. She's also going to be doing some group coaching as well. She will be doing Mess with Ma'at, managing evolutionary survival stress. This is going to be dope, dope, dope. So what Ma'at is going to be doing, these sessions are brought to you by the Womb Evolution Technique. So she's going to be guiding us through 3 issues causing your health problems and aging, 3 challenges to raising children while evolving, and 3 things to do when purpose is not working, and 3 ways to know when you are ready for the next level. Now, again, if you are a CIB member, you will get your 20 to 30% off discount, which is going to help you. So that's why it's good to be a CIB member so that you can go ahead and get your discount. And also, she's providing you with flex pay options if you want to be a part of this coaching session. The coaching actually started on this past Thursday, but you can still get in on it. So don't worry about that. The sessions will start at 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And let me go ahead and put her link in here for the coaching. There it is. If you want to go ahead and register. And it says MESS, Managing Evolutionary Survival Stress with Ma'at Sessions. They're down to earth, conscious, transforming sessions to help us deal with the life-changing of an evolving being. And yes, it's definitely going to be down to earth. If you know Ma'at, she's going to make it fun. She's going to keep it real. And you are going to learn so much when you're working with High Priestess. And I'm going to put her email in the chat as well. Okay, we're moving along. Mortals.com. There you go. If you need to reach out to her as well. And we will be having the Melanin Frequency Vigil on Sundays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. These are facilitated by High Priestess Ma'at. And if you're interested in joining in on this session, you can go to mimic.adobeconnect.com/the-met. And also, we will be having the 260 chant call on Sunday, July the 10th. This is the Red Skywalker Wave Spell of Prophecy. And there will be a chant call forum, which takes place an hour before the actual chant call at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to get on at 10 p.m., you can speak about the things that happened on the previous wave spell. A lot of people hop on that part of the call to chat and to, talk about different revelations that have happened. And feel free to go to melanatedimmortals.com/260 spin for more information. But if you want to tap into the chant call, you will go to mimic.adobeconnect/the Met in order to tap into that session. Okay. All right. So if you want to join us, come back here, same time, same place. On next Dolly, we're going to have the wonderful Baba Wanique Kimmy Tahuti Shabazz on Kin 54 on the White Lunar Hand. The White Lunar Wind. He will be here on the Aligning with the Evolving Cycles of Time to share a message with us about activating timeless enchantment to flow through your receptive heart. We hope to see you at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for that wonderful session that Baba, he's going to bring the heat as he always does. And we look forward to seeing you on that session. Join us on July the 25th for the Day Out of Time Green Day. This will be taking place at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is going to be taking place at the Indian Springs Park in Georgia. So this is going to be an awesome celebration of art, love, peace, creative arts, and nature on Kin 68, the yellow electric star. Please come out and participate with us in this day of wakefulness, ushering us into the new light of consciousness. If you have any questions or you'd like more information, go to melanatedimmortals.com. There will be a 3-day healing detox retreat. This detox retreat is brought to you by Queen Afua and the Global City of Wellness. As you can see, it's going to be a large panel of holistic practitioners and teachers and healers and teachers. And what's awesome is we have Baba Wanique. He will be one of the panelists there. He will be one of the ambassadors that'll be sharing messages of healing. And if you're interested in registering, you can do so at www.globalcityofwellness.com. They do have an early registration going on right now, so feel free to go to the website and go ahead and register. This is taking place on August the 5th, 6th, and the 7th. Ashe. Make a difference and donate. Each one of your donations are very much appreciated. You can make all of your donations at paypal.me/melanatedimmortals. And if you want to use Cash App, you can do so at $Urban Ma'at. Never miss another update. Text Mimic into the body of the text message. Send that to 31996 into the number field to sign up for all of the text message notifications for Aligning with the Cycles, for the meetups, and for the movie nights. And this is just for your visual. I'm going to go ahead and put in 31996 into the to field and Mimic into the body of the text message. Hit send, and that way you will be connected. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook.com, Instagram.com, and on YouTube.com with the /Melanated Immortals and Melanated Immortals. That will conclude our announcements. I'm going to go ahead and pass it back over to Neb Taharka. Thank you so much and enjoy your meditation. Peace and power.
I say thank you, Ken 211. We had a lot of announcements, right? And so I know, it takes up some time and space, but it helps to be at the cutting edge. The worst thing that can happen is I didn't know that y'all were doing all of this. Nobody told me. No, you just wasn't listening when we were telling you. You just wasn't listening when we were telling you. You were doing something else. And so we got to learn when to focus and when to multitask. I'm big on that. Those that have taken my classes, they know I'm very serious. And when we evolving, right, we focused, okay, on evolving, because that take care of everything else. We evolve beyond the things that may be blocking us or whatever. We can rectify that. But if we're distracted while we evolving, then we gonna devolve. We go, or it's feedback loop. And so we defeating the purpose at that point. So definitely thank you again, Ken 211, for those announcements. Incredible stuff. You got any questions, you can email me at Bluestorm at Melanated Immortals, and I'll make sure you get what you need. It's a lot going on. Okay, so you got to make the first step and have the interest. I want to make a special offer here because I think that this is so important. This 20-day past and future portals. I don't think we'll be doing it like this again for a while. The next time the past portals actually going to start again at the end of August 31st. So we may be able to do something dynamic for that, but the future portals are going to be right when we're doing our 16th consecutive semester in the fall. We start that October 1st. So somewhere after that, we're going to have it. So it's going to be a lot. It's going to be jam-packed. Okay. This is a classic. I tell you, this is something that I listen to from time to time. And you just, if it was a video, like if it was a VHS, it would be up on the shelf. If there's a DVD, it would be in the DVD file. That this is a part of the library, this one. So make sure you get this if you haven't already. Those that actually were at this and attended this were blown away. So here's what it's going to work. If you do the per moon cosmic inspired beings, and you get the coaching, and you get the past portals meditation that we just did, that I just showed you, the self-study, you're going to get the coaching for free. Okay. So those who get that you're a CIB member, you're active on the CIB for the monthly. All right. You get the past portals. You're going to get this for free. So just have to email me and let me know you did it. We'll verify it, and then we're going to give you access. That simple. Okay. Next offer. If you do the full year for the Cosmic Inspired Beings Unlimited membership. So that's going to be $390. Plus you do the past portals, right? Self-study. You're going to get both of them for free. You're going to get Mess with My Aunt, and you're going to get Neb Taharka coaching. Now they both are really good, because what I like about High Priestesses, and I missed the first one, but I can't wait to sit in her next one, because we deal with a lot of things emotionally with evolution. We really do. And we think it's all pretty, but really what it does is it pulls the blanket back. It pulls the layers back of all our mess. That's why you're messing with Ma'at, because Ma'at brings balance to that. That means we got to clear up our karmic behavior, you know. And at first we had them both on the same day. I said, no, I got to move mine, because I can't be not making hers, because it's incredible to learn how to navigate through evolution. It's not the evolving part. That's great. You'll see that you're evolving and all these type of things, but you'll look at your situations, because you hadn't corrected things, or you hadn't created the right order of things. You still may be things may be still coming into your circumstantial sphere that you had before you were when you evolved. And so that'll create a complex. We got to be very careful about that, family. Okay. All right. So again, if you do the full year membership plus the self-study, you get both of them for free. You just have to inform us. If you just do the monthly membership, all right, which every 4 weeks, every 4 heptads, you know, you'll be billed, or you're not binded to any contract or whatever, but you do that plus the self-study, you get the group coaching with Neb Taharka. Okay, so very, very, very powerful. If you have any questions, please email me. We want everybody to get on this, because we're going into a new cycle. We're already, you can see there's communication. Sirius is communicating with the earth right now. right? And our consciousness, if we have planetary and galactic consciousness, we're getting the same. We're at the round table meeting right now between the Earth and Sirius and these 5 planets. So before anything even happening on the Earth yet, whatever this alignment, whatever goes beyond this alignment is coming into our consciousness. So instead of having to react or respond to what happens, we can align and we can have everything respond to us in the process. It's about being proactive versus being reactive. All right, so we're a little bit over on time, but we'll get better. It's really my fault because I got so excited. I hadn't been on here a while, so I had man, I'm telling you, so it feels good to be back on here. Let's go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable seated position. We're going to do a meditation, and we're also going to do a tribute to Dr. Brown, who is the facilitator of the platform, the TransAtlantic Productions. I had the great fortune of being able to be a speaker on there, on the Dogon tribe, the Galactic Maya and the Olmecs, and it was amazing. Several people do that. Also, the co-facilitator on that is Ken 50, Mama Moshe. And so any of you who have encountered Mama Moshe from Mimic, I always hear just how dynamic and powerful the interaction really is. She really, in her divine feminine energy, truly brings balance, and it's just truly amazing to be, in her presence just on through technology. So imagine what it's like. Oh, he just left. Oh no, he just left. We're still gonna send it to him, Ken 50. But the whole point is that Baba Brown, had been experiencing some health complications, and I know some of you are experiencing health complications. So we're going to do a meditation of healing, and we're going to also direct our focus to Baba Brown so that he can heal himself and be able to continue with the TransAtlantic Productions. All the great scholars and everyone that has been on there has truly been a gift for our community, and we want to continue to support that in a number of ways. So go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable seated position. As we meditate out, we received a lot of information. All right. Take a deep breath, breathe in and release. Breathe in again and release. Continue that pattern. Every time we breathe in, we're breathing in the prana of all the life forms on the planet, all the stardust, the energy of supernovas and nebulas, the light codes from the sun. All of it is breathing in the energy of the cosmos. Every time we inhale, we're activating the spirit. This time when you breathe in, I want you to breathe in, deep breath, deep breath, deep breath, and hold it. And release. When we release and exhale, we are releasing all the toxins out of the body on a cellular level. We are releasing carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is the oxygen for the plants, the plant kingdom on the planet. That aspect of the biosphere is working in conjunction. Everything that we do, our purpose supports the entire biosphere of all the species on the planet. This time I want to go into a different breathing pattern. Breathe in for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts. And release for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts. Breathe in for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts. And release for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts. The spirit is the communication medium with the infinite mind, the source of all creation. To activate this communication medium through the speaking tube of God, which is you and me, I chant the sacred sound Om, the primordial sound that opens the first mental sphere of pre-consciousness. And I chant the sacred sound Om. Feel the primordial trust. Feel the primordial brain waves and consciousness that brought this whole cosmos, universe, hundreds of billions of galaxies, different species, living species, into nature through the synchronic order is a part of our mental capacity and capacitors. Visualize yourself seeing a purple light right at your crown chakra area. This light represents cosmic knowledge. It's being emitted from Sirius Star Sirius, and it's being emitted from our sun. And this light, as it appears in your crown chakra right above your head right here, visualize 1,000-petal lotus opening up to receive the cosmic knowledge. And as the 1,000-petal lotus, the 1,000 different dimensions open up, this energy now is deposited into the corpus callosum of the human avatar. Everyone under the sound of their voice, there's 1,000-petal lotus, and this energy is coming in. Even if you have blockages, it's going to override your blockages. It's going to change the numerical codes and how the plasma in your corpus callosum flows in the brain to access the mind, flows into cerebral spinal fluid that works throughout the nervous system. It flows into the plasma in the blood. This plasma in the body communicates with the plasma that's in the universe, the G-force that's in the universe. Feel all this plasma circulating as this purple light takes form, and it goes down through your chakras. It goes through the torso of your body. It goes through the extremities and the phalanges, the fingers and toes. Once you are illuminated with this purple light, and we know the knowledge of being cosmic beings, at this time, we're going to usher in the healing for Baba Brown. He's been in and out of the hospital for the last few heptads ever since I spoke on TransAtlantic Productions. And he was divinely guided to be on our session today. He's a doctor. He's a wealth of knowledge. He's a scholar. He's an advocate for melanin dominant people to evolve, all species to evolve. So I want all of you to, with your heads and hearts in your hands, I want you to put your hands out. And even if you don't know what Baba Brown looks like, I want you to just see his name and say his name and channel all the knowledge from the cosmos that you have that's been deposited from the 1,000-petal lotus into Baba Brown, into awakening the healing power to override the artificial programs of illness. And may that energy being transmuted into wellness. This energy transmission is going to awaken the healing force and power in Baba Brown as he moves through today. Today is the blue galactic hand, the integrity of healing, knowing, and accomplishment. Today, we're going to know how to accomplish healing and remove the blockages so we can be whole and we can operate with 360 degrees of power and not a fractal or a fraction of the 1/10. As we move into this expanded degrees of power, we realize our own healing. Some of you on the line are dealing with health concerns. Know that you are healed in this moment. The power of I am has no infirmities. The power of I am has no problems or issues. I am is God. And as I heard Reverend Ike say, anything I added on to I am is added on to you. So I'm not sick any longer. I am well. I am vibrant. I am energetic. I am a model for healing. And every cell, every capillary, every blood vessel, every artery, every chakra is being restored and upgraded in this moment. Not just for Baba Brown, but for all of us. If you have high blood pressure, accept the healing and the wellness of your body, and you will have it removed. I had a blood pressure reading of 208/136 just in the beginning of April. And I did this exercise, and now my blood pressure is 125/182. I checked it today. I have a low dose of the blood pressure medication, and I'm weaning off of it now. No damage to my organs, no damage to my cells. Some of you are in shame right now because you're dealing with an infirmity and you're a healer. Now it's time to put the focus on you so you can heal yourself. Now we move into another level as healers, as we don't have to heal at the expense of our own avatar. That's what in Lakesh means. I am another you and another me. And as you heal, I am healed. As you accept this healing, you're going to receive some instructions on what you need to do. Your judgment will take you back to your memory of being ill, and the habits that you had when you were ill will prevail if you go back to the past. Stay focused on the healing, the instructions for the healing, and carry out those instructions. And you will override the program of the false self, the program of the artificial illusions. And you will be healed, and your testimony will inspire the people who are in hopelessness and despair right now because of their health. It's not in the right alignment with its divinity. Now that you are healed and your energy are restored, I want you to see yourself playing out in nature, rolling around in the ground, having the joy of life. Visualize that for yourself. Feel like you're already there before you're there. And as you move into this joy of life, you realize that I'm 100% healthy. I've removed my blockages. My energy is high. And then see yourself accomplishing things. See yourself writing that book that you didn't write. See yourself starting that project that you didn't start. See yourself being able to have the business that you want. See yourself carrying out your purpose and speaking your truth throughout the world. See yourself as a successful being. It takes high energy to fully exert yourself. And I'm going to leave you with this. It won't happen without patience. Patience is a virtue. You will get to the point where when you think of something and you speak something, it happens instantaneously. But because of all the blockages and all the partitions between us and our divinity, it takes a process to remove those partitions to get from where you are to the healing, to get from where you are to the accomplishment, to get from where you are to the supermental access. So don't allow your frustration to knock you out of the box of your own galactic consciousness. Don't let your frustration and impatience stop you from not only keeping hope alive, but being able to operate in unconditional love and compassion for yourself. And don't be distracted by the distractions that are trying to divert you, so you don't realize that you're moving from being in the dependence of the system. You're shifting and evolving to being independent and a sovereign being that can be, that can know, that can do, and that can have anything that the whole universe offers. If it's in the universe, if it's in the absolute, it's yours, and it can happen and be in this reality with you. We're just going through a process of realizing that right now. I want you to take 30 seconds and think of 3 things that you're thankful for right now. 3 things that you appreciate. Come on now. Think about 3 things. What about your health? Even if it's bad, thank God. Thank the God in you that you have the awareness to move from a state of ill health to well-being. Be thankful for your finances, even if you broke. Thank the power of God in you for the finances that you have, and more will be added unto you. Because you're going to have a testimony of moving from lack into abundance. Thank God for your relationship right now, even if it's not up to par. It's teaching you something right now. It's met you where your consciousness is. It's mirrored you to bring out the best in you. And as you bring out the best in yourself, if you need to move on from that relationship, great. It was a milestone in your evolutionary process. If you're supposed to stay, great, but appreciate the process of becoming. I harmonize in order to know. Modeling, healing. I seal the store of accomplishment with the galactic tone of integrity. I am guided by the power of magic. Say it with me. I harmonize in order to know. Modeling healing. I seal the store of accomplishment with the galactic tone of integrity. I am guided by the power of magic. Come on, repeat after me. I harmonize in order to know. Modeling healing. I seal the store of accomplishment with the galactic tone of integrity, and I am guided by the magnificent power of magic. I hope this has touched you how it's touched me today. We're independent and sovereign beings. In Lakesh, I am another you. Alcyone, you are another me. And Hotep family, thank you for being with me today. I couldn't do it without you. Thank you to Baba Wanique and High Priestess and Dr. Cindy and all of you to take our classes, and those of you that are new joining us. We love you. Enjoy your creation. Peace.
It's just